Are your bills keeping you up at night? You are not alone. Many people feel trapped by endless payments, rising expenses, and the stress of not knowing if they will make it to the end of the month. But imagine a life where your bills no longer scare you, where you know exactly what is coming in, what is going out, and you are in control. Today we are going to explore powerful strategies to conquer your bills and build stress-free finances. Let us start with the foundation, creating a detailed budget and sticking to it. Think of your budget as your financial map. Without it, you are walking blindfolded in a maze. With it, you see every corner, every turn, and you know exactly how to get out. For example, Mark, a young teacher, was constantly stressed about his monthly bills. When he finally sat down to create a budget, he realized that half of his financial worries came from random spending on food delivery and streaming services. By putting those expenses on paper, he could track, cut, and manage them. The budget gave him a sense of control, and within a few months he was saving money instead of losing it. A budget is not a punishment, it is a tool for freedom. Once you have a budget in place, the next step is to identify the sources of your financial stress. It is like diagnosing the problem before finding the cure. Maybe your stress comes from variable bills like electricity, or maybe it is from debt piling up on credit cards. Maria, a single mother, thought her stress was caused by her rent, but after a closer look, she realized it was actually her unplanned purchases and credit card interest that were draining her. By pinpointing the true source, she could focus her energy on solving the real problem. The lesson here is simple. When you know what triggers your stress, you can target it with clear solutions. Now let us talk about building an emergency fund. Life has a way of surprising us with unexpected expenses. A car breaking down, a sudden medical bill, or even a job loss can throw everything off balance. An emergency fund acts like a financial shield, protecting you from panic when these surprises come. Imagine having 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved. That kind of cushion gives you peace of mind because you know you can handle bumps on the road. For example, James, who worked in sales, lost his job unexpectedly. Because he had an emergency fund, he was able to keep paying his bills and take his time finding a better position instead of rushing into a low-paying job. The emergency fund turned a crisis into a manageable challenge. But what if your situation feels too complex to handle alone? This is where seeking professional financial advice becomes important. A financial advisor can help you see blind spots, create a personalized plan, and guide you through tough decisions. Think of it like hiring a coach for your money. You do not have to face your bills alone. For example, Olivia and her husband were overwhelmed by their mortgage, student loans, and credit card debt. They met with a financial advisor who helped them refinance their mortgage and restructure their debt repayment. What seemed like a mountain of stress slowly became a manageable plan. Professional guidance can transform fear into clarity. Another major step is reducing debt systematically. Debt is like a heavy backpack you carry every day, and the longer you carry it, the heavier it feels. By creating a repayment strategy, you can start lightening that load. Two popular methods are the snowball and avalanche strategies. The snowball method focuses on paying off the smallest debt first, giving you quick wins and motivation to keep going. The avalanche method focuses on paying off the highest interest debt first, saving you the most money in the long run. Both methods work, and the key is consistency. For example, Alex had 5 different debts. He chose the snowball method, and every time he crossed off one debt, he felt a rush of motivation. Within 2 years, he had paid off everything and could breathe freely again. Reducing debt is not just about numbers, it is about reclaiming your future. Now let us move to one of the most powerful habits, automating your finances. Automation ensures that your bills, savings, and debt repayments happen without you needing to think about them every day. It removes the stress of forgetting and makes progress steady. Think about it like putting your money on autopilot. For example, Emily set up automatic transfers to her savings account every payday. She barely noticed the money was gone, but after a year she had built a healthy emergency fund. She also automated her credit card payments, so she never worried about late fees. Automation turns discipline into a system, making financial stability easier and less stressful. Before we continue, let me pause for a quick reminder. If you are finding these strategies helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel Financial Freedom Path. We post practical and easy-to-follow videos to help you take control of your money and move closer to financial freedom. Hit the subscribe button so you never miss the next tip. Let us bring all of these strategies together. When you create a detailed budget, you take control of your income and expenses. When you identify your financial stress, you tackle the root cause instead of guessing. When you build an emergency fund, you prepare for surprises. When you seek professional advice, you gain expert guidance. When you reduce debt systematically, you lighten your financial load step by step. And when you automate your finances, you create consistency without extra effort. Each of these steps on its own is powerful, but together they create a shield that protects you from the stress of bills. Imagine this as a journey. At first, the road may feel steep, with obstacles in the way. But as you start applying these strategies, the path becomes smoother. Each small win gives you more confidence. Each step builds momentum. And eventually, you look back and realize you have not just conquered your bills, you have built a new relationship with money, one that feels peaceful, controlled, and stress-free. If you are ready to take charge of your finances, start today by choosing just one strategy from this video and putting it into action. Small, consistent steps will lead to big results over time. Do not let your bills control your life. You have the power to take control. Subscribe to Financial Freedom Path for more practical guidance, inspiring stories, and tools to build the life you want. And get excited, because in our next video, we will dive into simple hacks to cut everyday expenses without feeling deprived. You will not want to miss it.